What's up, everybody? Jonathan here in the fish room attic. In my fish room today. It's Sunday, football is on, doing some water changes, and I got a cool little hack for you. But first, I'm just gonna take a minute, not too much of your time, before I get to my hack. Um, Tell you a little bit about what's going on, what I'm gonna be doing in the fish room, some projects I've got, some breeding. None of this is gonna happen really fast. I do not do this for profit. I don't do this for money. This is just a hobby for me at this point. Will I ever at some point try to make money with it? I don't know. It's not my intention. Maybe I will, maybe I won't later on down the road. It is just strictly for fun. Now, with that said, I do try to make. I basically want it to be um, sufficient, I guess, or I don't know if that's. I don't think that's the right one. I want it. I don't necessarily want to be out of money all the time. So if I could sell some fish, if I could sell some plants, and that helps buy food or buy different things that I need for the fish room, that's awesome. And that's all I'm trying to really do. There we go. So with that said, some of this stuff is going to take a little while to do because I don't have unlimited amount of money to make all this happen really quick. But I'm going to do it. I'm going to try for it. I'm going for it. So I got a couple breeding projects I'm going to be doing coming up. I'm going to breed my Serpe Tetras again. The one thing I have not bred before, but I'm going to get ready to give it a try is my Celestial Pearl Danios. They're going to be, I'm going to try that pretty soon. I'll have a video of that too. And just start, there's a couple other things I'm going to try to breed. German Rams, I haven't done those before either. So anyway, just doing those. But some other projects I really need, spin around here so you can see it. So on the breeding rack, I still have all this space. I need 4 more tanks here to finish out this rack. So I'm going to try to catch maybe the $1 per gallon sale. I really need to get this done. And that's part of the reason I'm going back to doing videos, is try to motivate myself to get this stuff done. I procrastinate a lot and just put it to the back burner. So, but I want to get this done. What that will do is it'll help open up so I can move some of the fry and some of these things around. So what happens right now, like I've got Odessa barbs in over here, and it really just eats up a lot of my, like, I can't breed any more Odessa barbs right now because that's where I breed them at, and I don't have anywhere for those to go until they've grown out big enough to sell. And so with more tanks, I'll be able to do that and sell a few, which will help me get some of these other projects done. Again, I'm not trying to do it for profit. If I make a little bit of profit on it, so be it. That's great. Whatever. Everybody loves money. But anyway, that's the goal there. And then beyond that, over here, I want to extend this out as well. I'm not so much worried about filling that rack right now as much as I am trying to move some stuff. I'm going to show you in a minute. Let me get up out of my chair here. So I need to extend this out. If I extend this out here, I'll have some more room for breeding. But over here in the corner, I'm going to end up, I have 4 20 longs, and what I'm thinking is, a rack of those 4 20 longs here. And then back here, behind the 220, that rack that's back there, yeah, there you go, the wooden rack back there, that's going to get taken down. What I'm thinking is, I would like to build a nice kind of indoor pond where that rack is sitting back here. But I have to move those 20 longs. They need to go back over here on that rack. And then there's a 40 breeder with the shell dwellers that I'm going to have to move. So that'll probably go here somewhere for the time being. And then I'll be able to build that pond. I'll be able to move the goldfish into the pond. I don't know what else will go in the pond. I'm sure I'll find something else to put in it. But I'd like to have that pond. I think that would be fun just to have inside the fish room. But once I do that, the 220, I can then move all of my South Americans, my severums, my leaf fish. Probably get a few more as well to go in there. Maybe get like a cool, maybe a big school of tetras to go in there possibly. I don't know. We'll play around with that later. But that's going to be kind of expensive to get all the decorations and the substrate and everything for the 220 because it's a big tank. And then another project that I'm going to have to get on really soon is the background for my Oscars, if you can see there. So it's the one I made myself. I think there's a video of it early on where when I made it, I did not put enough concrete on it, and it's just given away. So it really needs to be replaced. But you know, on a tank that size, it's 120, and it's kind of one of I think it's 5 foot wide, 24 inches tall. So it's kind of one of the weird size ones, and it's kind of expensive. So that may take a little bit to get that in. Then I need to get this 75 going. Of course, if I move them out, I'll have space for, if I move the South Americans out, I'll have space for that. I think it'd be easier if I just spin this around. Maybe it'd be, all right, how about this? It'd be easier this way. So anyway, I got the 75 up here. I've got the South Americans down here. But if I move them over to the 220, of course I've got room, and I've got this 75 now that I can fill up with something, but we'll figure that out. I think the 75 here, I'm thinking will kind of be a grow out for like my angels, maybe my swordtails, so they have a little bit more room to run around, and I might scape that up. So I don't know, we'll see. If you have any ideas, I kind of want a flower horn too. I've never kept a flower horn. I might do that. But anyways, if any of that is interesting to you and you want to follow along, don't ask this much, but hit that subscribe button. Shoot a comment, give me a like, let me know kind of what you're into, what you're looking, what you would like to see. If you want me to go in deep on some of those things, or if it's breeding that you want to see more of. I don't know a ton about breeding, but I've done it. I've done a few of them. Look, I didn't even paint back here. There's always something I got to do. There's always something. So, all right, to the hack. Sorry to waste so much time on that, but to the hack. I've been keeping fish for 2 years. We're going to walk over here to the Plecos, and these are just Bristlenose Plecos. So they eat a lot from what I've learned. So when I first bred these, I actually lost a lot of them. Like a couple of the first batches, I lost pretty much every one of them in it. And I could not figure out why. I kept thinking there was a parasite of some sort. It's cool. They've been throwing off some albino strains as well. I don't know if that's going to focus in. There you go. Yeah. So there's quite a few albinos in there. But anyway, they eat a lot. They do. I feed these guys like 3 times a day, and I think what I did originally was I just didn't feed enough. I think I hate to say this, but I think I starved them. I don't think they had enough to eat. So this time I'm feeding them literally 3 times a day. And you can see there's some zucchini in the back. I got some, I don't even know where it went. So, I got some fried food, I think came from Aquarium Co-op or something like that. But anyways, it dawned on me, well, they like algae. So why not feed them algae? And so what I did, let's go back around here. All right, so the algae eater that was in this tank here actually died a couple months back. I'd had him, he'd been around for a while. When I got him, I think the guy had him a couple years. So you can see all of this algae growing in this tank. And so what I've been doing, I'm gonna see if I can just grab one out of here. If you go and get one of these rocks, look at all that on there. Oh, that goodness. Look at that. So, check that out. It's gonna pop a little bit. So what I've been doing is I've taken these rocks because, I mean, look at that. Like, it looks terrible in there, and I've been cleaning up on it and things, but I actually don't have an algae eater of any kind, a bristlenose. Try to get that glare off a little bit. I don't have anything that will go in there that wouldn't get eaten alive right now, because those are quite large fish for the most part. But, so, what I'm doing is I go in, I get the rocks, I take it over to my beautiful baby Bristlenose Plecos, and I just drop it down in there. Boom. And they'll eat on that. I'm going to leave this one in there a little bit longer. I find that they don't really eat that green algae off much, but this rock here last night was as brown and dark as this one, and they just cleaned house on it. So they evidently love it, and they got pretty fat little bellies there. Let's see if we can zoom in again on him. Ah, come on. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. They got some fat little bellies on them anyways, so I think it works. So anyway, again, I've kept fish for 2 years. Never even dawned on me. But now I'm going to be able to keep my tank clean, keep those babies fed, fatten them little bellies, and get them out, grow out maybe a little bit quicker than the other ones did. And heck, if I can just keep them alive, that's better than what I have been doing. So anyway, cool little hike. It's kind of like free food. I'm not putting them in there. They're not getting eat up by the bigger fish. And yeah, it's cool. I like it. It's awesome. All right, so that about wraps it up. It's a cool little hike. If you've never done it, it works. The baby plecos love it. Again, if you want to see any of those, if you want to see anything specifically in detail that we talked about a while ago, some of the projects coming down the line, let me know. I'll be glad to go in deep on it. Some of this stuff I just kind of go at a surface level, kind of show you what I'm doing, and show you how I'm doing it. But I can go deeper if that's what you want to do. Just let me know. Leave me a comment, like, subscribe. Until the next one, I'll see you guys.